Hi, everybody. This is Ernesto, licensed marriage and family therapist and founder of Filmit.com. And Filmit.com, every time I do interviews like this, I love showcasing individuals, clinicians, professionals who are doing great work in the area of mental health. And I've got my really good friend, Francis. Francis, what's up?
Hey Ernesto, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so let me just give you a backstory with Francis. So Francis and I worked at another organization, and I came in, she interviewed me, I'm another clinician, and I got hired in the agency. And Francis has been a mentor for me for so long, saw me through my pre-license journey, ups and downs, and then my licensure journey. I mean, I just remember that day when I got licensed, I went straight to her office.
Yeah.
She looked at me and she was like, I'm licensed. Francis, welcome so much, and thank you so much for being here. Let's chat.
Yay! Thanks, Ernesto. One of my favorite people in the world is Ernesto. And yeah, I've seen him from the infant stages up, and the growth has been amazing, rewarding for me, just because I got to be a part of that. And just all around an awesome person in life and in business. So if you know him, you're lucky.
Awesome. And then you also made a transition, right, from working this 9 to 5, now owning your own business, online business manager. I mean, just to see you grow is not surprising for me, because I know that, you know, God's blessing you in so many ways, and it's, from my perspective, it's also very rewarding to see that growth, because you've been through a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, just a little bit of stuff. My transition was actually after you transitioned out, and you know, for the better lack of terms, corporate is not just my cup of tea. It was good experience. It got me to where I am today, and so I value that. But it also became extremely stressful to the point of, wait a minute, there's got to be more to life. And I'm sure a lot of you are asking the same question in your practice, that you love what you do, but you need support and help, and there's got to be more to life than just working. So I did resign. And I came home and started my own business. And I also, in that time, in the transition time, I became a certified professional coach as well. And so I transitioned into thinking that was where I was going to go. But the door opened up for me to be more than just coaching. And that is actually consistent online, month after month support for clinicians that need help in their practice. And it has just gone, yeah, God is blessed above and beyond. We're growing rapidly. I'm constantly looking for team members to add. And I want to be able to share with as many as I can and support, and be able to bring them the quality work that they deserve.
Yeah. One thing that I notice that makes you very unique is, one, you have a background in understanding the mental health world.
Exactly.
And very important in working with the community, because you understand that world. You know the intake. You taught me how to do intake. You taught me how to talk over the phone and get those clients to come in and pay that top rate. And self-disclosure, you know, Francis was one of them that actually taught me a lot of those things before any of these coaches that I'm hearing nowadays talking about how to talk about your rate and all those things. Francis, I got it from. And that's just a plug here. So, Francis, for a lot of people who don't know what you do, this online business manager, can you tell us a little bit of what that is?
Absolutely. First of all, the world of virtual and online is huge these days. Technology has taken us to a place that is just incredible. And even 10 years ago, I couldn't do what I'm doing now because technology wasn't quite there. So the virtual world is huge, and there's virtual assistants out there that has become just this rapidly growing industry as well. what sets the difference between a virtual assistant and an online business manager are several things. A virtual assistant can come in and help you with tasks, basic general tasks. And even at that, the tasks that you guys need a lot has to do with mental health, duh, obviously. And 9 chances out of 10, they don't have knowledge or that history, that background. So you're going to have to spend time training them and teaching them and showing them. And then they're just going to do those tasks for you as you see fit. Where the difference comes in for an online business manager, or we're going to label it OBM versus a VA, is I have experience not only in managing businesses for several years, but I have experience in the mental health. So I know your industry. Mm-hmm. I come in, and not only can we do tasks and we offer the virtual help, but we can speak into your business. So I come alongside you and partner with you to help you grow your business. I can speak into the business side of private practice. I've said in my blogs before, you go to school for psychotherapy. Your degree is in psychology. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're called to do. It's not business and marketing and answering the phones and networking and doing websites and social media and blogging. So when clinicians start a practice and or a center, all of those things are critically important to the business growing. They have to happen, or you're going to sit there and starve. But they don't necessarily know how to do them, or have time to do them, or even want to do them. So me coming in and helping you not only do the things, but can help teach you and guide you and coach you into the business side of mental health. My team helps with phones and scheduling. It's probably one of our biggest requested services because it's critical to your practice. It's the lifeline. But do you really want to spend the time doing phones and scheduling? You know, you got student loans you got to pay for. So phones and scheduling isn't going to be making you the money. Sessions are going to be making you the money. So I can speak into it. I can guide. I can help you to build. I can suggest. I can recommend. I can show you the experience that I have gone through in running the staff at that center when I was there. At one point, we had 26 therapists on staff, if you recall. Mm-hmm. So I know a bit about running a business and a practice.
Yeah. And a lot of clinicians who are sole proprietors and also business owners, group practice owners, they do a lot of things, and I do that. And I know for a fact how difficult it is, and to outsource help and support for that, getting suggestions, minute things, minute details about sending email to a client and letting them know when their sessions are, and scheduling those sessions. But I love the idea that you also provide more than that. It's not just a phone service. Because of your background in the mental health world and managing the background scenes, making sure that, hey, is this up to date? What's your calendar like? All of those things. What type of phone should I use? Or HIPAA regulated stuff. All of those things are very important for us to understand. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't you say, Francis, that part of the issue that counselors, therapists in practice like this run into is this idea that they're doing way, way too much?
It's funny when you were talking about that one. I don't know why, but one thing that came to my mind was that statement: behind every successful person, sorry, I'm going to go on you here, is a woman. So, like, behind every good marriage, successful marriage is the woman. Maybe because we have such a gift of multitasking, I don't know. But the two things that come to my mind is there is, and I believe Melvin said this, and I just did a podcast last month with Melvin, Selling the Couch. You guys all know him. And he talked about a quote in a book that said, there's a difference between working on your business and working in your business. Working on your business should be the therapist building relationships with their referral sources, the marketing, the network. And yeah, I can help you with that. But that's actually something you should be spending your time doing. You need to build the relationships, because relationships are what make your business. And when you're caught up working in your business, meaning all of the tasks, like you said, the phones, the email, the busy work, it's important, but you should not be working in it. You should be working on it.
Mm-hmm.
So the benefits of investing finances into a service that we offer brings additional clients,
right,
brings additional revenue, gives you time to go out there and create those relationships and build that world so your practice can grow. It gives you time to meet people and to be able to look for, if you want to add clinicians to your group, and spend the time learning how to do that. That's one of the other things that I can help you do is, for 8 years, I hired and fired therapists.
mm-hmm,
So I have it refined to a T on how to get the best quality, for your team that you want, and to avoid those disasters, not waste time.
That's a very, very good point, where clinicians are gifted in relational building and how that they can use that to grow their business, grow their practice, because I truly believe that relationships is a common denominator to a very successful, thriving practice. I think a lot of clinicians use that, and where your strengths are is to work in the business, the backdoor stuff, the things that we can be alluded to, but not too much into it, right? And working on your business in the context of building relationships is incredibly, incredibly vital to the thriving practice.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. And one of the things that I've noticed when I talk to clinicians, when they reach out to me to talk about services, is there's this, I know I'm at the point where I need help. This is beyond me. And trust me, guys, I experienced that about 3 or 4 months into my business. I went, whoa, this is way bigger than me. I need help. And now I have a team of 7, and it's growing as fast as I can get it in, because the need is so great. So when you get to that point, back to the story, that this is beyond you. And whether you're in sole proprietor or whether you have a group practice, and you need the help, they reach out, but there's still this reservation of, oh my God, I got to let go of control. Okay? And I can't speak into enough of one of my strongest beliefs is working in your strengths, working in the area that you are called and designed to work in.
Mm-hmm.
So the critical thing is finding the help and the support that knows your world, and not just any Joe Blow out there. Sorry, but I'm just being real. So number one, you have to be in a place where you're growing. Like you said, your business grows, whether sometimes it just grows without you. Right?
Exactly. If you're not moving and growing with your business, I'm sorry, but your businesses, but they will tell you what your business will tell you what it needs instead of actually you knowing what it needs.
Exactly.
I'm finding that real quick.
Yeah, how many conversations have you and I had over Thai food, Ernesto?
Yeah, right.
We're going, oh my God, you know, this is so exciting, but it's so scary. It's moving so fast, I can hardly breathe.
Right. Absolutely. And once, if you don't have a plan, if you don't have someone to support you, I mean, you know, you can be the detriment to your own success. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
And, you know, there's often that saying that people are more afraid of success than they are of failure.
very true. Very true. Very true. You're not, we are not designed to handle that type of success. And so there's a lot of movement, and I can certainly vouch for that. You know, one of the things that you mentioned is the fear of investing into some